So the first thing you really want to start off as far as eyebrows is kind of shaping them. So if you have like thicker brows, you're not going to need to do as much work with your eyebrows because it's already, you know, really full. But I have really thin, long eyebrow hairs. And so there's like this section right here that just like does not grow. And on the tail, it's just a little bit too thin for my liking. So those are the kind of things that I look for, or I look to try to improve with filling in my eyebrows. So if you have much thinner eyebrows than I do, or shorter eyebrows than I do, if you have different needs from mine, then you can just adjust what I'm doing to things that you would need. So if you need a longer tail, then, you know, of course, work a little bit more on your tail. If you're a little bit thinner, then maybe you'll want to add a little bit more product to the center of your brows, etc., etc. So to start off, I'm just going to show you guys what products I'm using. And the first is this NYX Eyebrow Gel. This is essentially just like eyeliner. There's really no difference between a dark brown eyeliner and this product right here. The only thing is that this one is seriously waterproof. So I really recommend this, and I'm using the color Espresso. My brows are something I've been working on a lot because I really love the look of like super polished eyebrows, and like it's not for everyone, but this is just how I like to fill in my brows. So I'm gonna take a little bitty brush like this, and I'm going to put a little bit of that product on the back of my hand. You'll want to start kind of in the middle. You don't want to start in the front because you don't want it to get too harsh too fast, because this product does set pretty quickly. So I'm just going to start mapping out the bottom shape of my eyebrow. And I know it looks super crazy right now, but it'll get better. So what I'm going to do is from this center part, I'm going to pull it backwards. Then I'm going to use whatever is left over and come through to the front. And I'm using lighter pressure to make a lighter stroke so that it's not as intense. Then I'll go to the end of my eyebrow, and I'll start from where my arch is, which is pretty far back comparatively. It's not like a super arch or anything. And then I'll just go from that highest point of my eyebrow and just pull it down, whoop, pull it down to the end that I've already created. And then I'll go through with kind of like light strokes. And start filling in the top part of my eyebrow. Now this is a little bit square for me, so I'm gonna round it out as much as I can, like that. So now what I'm going to do is fill in all these super yucky, baldish looking areas now with whatever is left on my brush to start off with. I've decided that I want to elongate my tail a little bit more, so I'm gonna pick up a little bit more product, and I'm going to start from about here and just kind of taper it down a little bit more to create the tail that I want. And then when I get to the front, I'll turn my brush on the side and I'll start to kind of pull up instead of to the side to fill this area in, because I like for my brows to be a lot softer in the front than they are in the back. So I'll pick up a tiny bit more and just work on that area. So I have something like this right now, and I love the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. It's just my favorite. It is really good. It holds my eyebrows in place. The front of it. This NYX Incredible Waterproof Concealer. I love this stuff. I swear by it. It is like my favorite concealer of all time. And what I'll do is I'll just draw a line close but not exactly touching my brow, and I'll do it all the way underneath, and then I'll do a little bit on the side and like a dash right there. I'll take a really small, this is a detailed brush, and I'll go through and I'll kind of just smooth the product under my brow and sharpen up the bottom of my eyebrow and just make that shape really, really sharp. And at this stage you can perfect, you know, your shape however you'd like to. And then at the top I can round out that arch I made and skinny down the tail of my brow, and I just use kind of like that little dash to kind of clean up the front part. And then towards the front here I'll kind of just take this through it just to soften that up even more. So I've just filled in a little bit more in the front because I looked at it and I thought I should have a little bit more volume up there. So this is the actual final product of the brow. So yeah, if you have any questions about how I fill it in or any other tips or anything you want to leave me down below, then feel free to, and thank you so much for watching.